Coach, it's a site that has seen more than its fair share of great playoff memories the last few decades, and more could be in store as we've got playoff football again at sold-out Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Today we continue on in Wild Card Weekend with a great AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the New England Patriots. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC Wild Card game. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Let him know.
They begin with a run by Smith. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
61, matchbox lights.
2nd and 5. That's complete to Smith. Call it a 3-yard gain. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run forward with Smith. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. They're going to try and throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Owens. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Down, 60 or.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
Ready.
On first down, Smith. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. They'll drop the throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
Now the first carry for Bush. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 14. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. On play action, they'll throw. It's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Here we go now with Smith. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Another try for Smith. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They're going to look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down. He'll drop to throw. And, oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. And they can't bring him down. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. He came right off the bench. That's his first carry of the game, and he left an indelible mark on the game.
Did not just bring fresh legs off the bench. He brought a fierce mind as well. He had a lot to prove, didn't he? He thinks he's as good as the guy who's the starter. Wanted to prove it, and boy, did he on that play.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Watch the whip. Tighten up.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys. And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
On 1st down, it's Taylor. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in again from the 20 as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Blue draw Corker. Go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
New England on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Fielded at about the 28. A minute 52 to play until halftime. On the NFL scoreboard, 2nd quarter up in Minneapolis. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And a quick throw here. That's complete. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Telvin Smith with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. They'll try and throw for it here. Eluding the pressure right. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now a give running left. It's Bettis. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 4.
On 2nd down, McNair. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. McNair to throw. Rolling to his right. Well, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. Now Giorgio Tavecchio for the field goal try. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing again. Brown. And he's going to let it go deep. And incomplete here. So a little razzle-dazzle on that one. But they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
They'll set up a throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And he's going to let it into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
Let's go, man. Pick 6 all day. Don't throw it inside.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch the air.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
From the gun on 3rd down. McNair got his man. It's driver complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Kansas City.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Switch. Check.
Now a give, right side. Taylor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check safety. Check.
And they'll try the jet sweep here, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's McNair. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
57's the mark. Watch 57. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McNair, he's going to wind up and air it out. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. In for the score. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
So with a missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try a toss here to Bettis. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Again, they'll run with Bettis. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Now McNair is going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. After the field goal, here's Tavecchio to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
He's going deep for Brown. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Devin McCourty picks it off. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Taylor. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
third down. Taylor. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. Now McNair. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Telvin Smith. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. They'll toss it to Smith. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon,
under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Gonna give this time to the tailback. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. On 4th down, McNair. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield.
On the set. 51 to Mike.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. And they'll indeed take a knee. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. From the gun, here's McNair. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on, just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gault. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we say so long from Foxborough.
No.